Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jerry and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Bulldog Show. As always, we're sponsored by Deters Law, Parks Yoga, and you can check us out on all of our platforms. Well, the lead story is Kim Guilfoyle's come out and said the Republican Party is Trump's party. And she's right. The Republican Party is Trump's party. He is the leader. The Republican Party has transformed itself in the stodgy old teacup drinking party to a populist party. And you know what? The latest polls reflect that. Fox News, who's no friend of Trump anymore, did a poll, and Trump is up 15 points on Ron DeSantis. It's like 43-28. And then you got Nikki Haley and a couple others at 7%, or Mike Pence at 7%, then everybody else at like 1 or 2%. Woody Harrelson did the Saturday Night Live opening monologue. He was the special guest, and by golly, did he nail Pfizer and Moderna. Called them drug cartels. Good for him. I like Woody Harrelson. Then we have the Murdaugh trial. I want to stress, as I've been doing some commentary about this, I thought he did it extremely well on the witness stand under questioning by the prosecutor. I think the prosecutor did a lousy job. I want to stress something, though, to all of you. I think he's guilty. The issue is whether or not he'll be convicted of murder. Who knows? University of North Carolina is backtracking. Their woke stuff didn't work, so they're backing up on all their extra diversity stuff. Pretty interesting. And along those same lines, Dilbert, this guy got canceled, the author of Dilbert, because he said, I mean, he went like on a rant about the fact that white people need to stay away from black people because all that ever happens is you get in trouble. And he got canceled because of that. Fetterman's wife, remember what I said, my theory? My theory, the reason why Fetterman checked himself in with some mental health issues in the hospital is because he now realizes that he's not cut out to be a U.S. Senator. We all knew that. Pennsylvania voters should have known that. So now he's just like overwhelmed. So what does his wife do? By the way, she's another gazelle. Gazelle, she packs up the kids and takes off. Drives. And hanging around. There is some weird stuff going on. I wouldn't be surprised if part of that's like, I told you so. Very weird. Well, there's allegedly not allegedly, it's really happening, Frankenstein opiate, they're calling it, because it eats you from the inside out, and it, fentanyl kills you like that. Well, this is 40 times greater than fentanyl. Folks, China's trying to kill us. I mean, they are. They're trying to kill us in so many different ways. They're like on all fronts. They're spying. They are bringing in the fentanyl. All the drugs coming in, trying to kill us from within. I mean, just a whole bit. Meanwhile, speaking of China, did you know they had like Chinese, quote-unquote, police stations in this country where the Chinese set up shop to spy on other Chinese and, of course, us? This is nuts. One's in Manhattan. Remember what I said? Nobody talks about this. I guarantee you, if you go back and look under the Obama administration where it's like, oh, diversity, that's when it all started. The infiltration of our country through terrorists and through spies and the Chinese, off the charts. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Coming up next, Bulldogtv local news. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jerry and Bulldog Nation, welcome to Bulldogtv local news. As always, we're sponsored by Deters Law, Parks Yoga, and check us out on all of our platforms. Well, the top stories at Kentucky Ark. I went down to see this a couple years ago, and it blew me away. I mean, I couldn't believe how big, but how classy and nice. I mean, this isn't some cheap resort. This is like a top-notch Disney quality resort, the Ark Encounter. Well, guess what? The Kentucky Ark Encounter and Creation Museums, by the way, I finally went to that this past year, were both recently ranked in a national museum list. The USA Today Readers Poll named the Ark Encounter in Williamstown as the top religious museum in the nation. The Creation Museum in Petersburg came in second. Wowsy. Long time. Former Northern Kentucky officer Ryan Hill has admitted he sent explicit message to a girl he thought was 15. The girl was actually part of a sting operation that successfully led to his arrest. Hill was indicted on one count of using electronic communications to procure a minor for sexual activity. Rough. Coming in, police are investigating a fatal shooting that happened on Sunday night on Wheeler Street. The unnamed victim died after being transported to the UC Medical Center. A person of interest has been identified by the police, but they currently have not named the suspect. Rudolfo Arquila Castillo of Forest Park has been arrested on multiple charges of rape, kidnapping, and robbery. Castillo committed 3 separate crimes with 3 separate victims from February 12th to the 15th. Looks a little drug cartel-y to me. In local news, a pedestrian was struck and killed on I-75 near Hobble Street Sunday around 5:15 p.m. 62-year-old George Jordan was struck on the side when a crash pushed a car into Jordan. This happens. Stay in your car. The accident shut down all lanes on I-75 South while the accident was cleared. 24-year-old Joshua Jin lost his life Sunday on a single vehicle crash on Madison Pike. The Morning View's vehicle rolled after struggling to negotiate a curb. This was right in front of the spinning wheel. For those folks who live out this way, he was pronounced dead at the scene. Sorry to the Jin family. In Kentucky State news, a new House bill is concentrating on gathering more sensitive information on Kentucky teachers. The new bill will require an applicant to disclose more information than previously required. Disclosure would include any allegations or investigation involving misconduct in the past 12 months. We got a teacher shortage in the state of Kentucky, folks. It looks like some incentives put forward by the Kentucky State Police may be helping the cause. This year's cadet class of 103 recruits is the largest class in the KSP since 2014. A recent $15,000 annual salary increase does appear to have helped with recruitment. Go Recruits! In Ohio State news, State Representative Chris Jordan from Delaware County passed away over the weekend at the age of 46. Cause of death not released. Folks, you know, I know some of these cause of deaths are something congenital and whatnot, but really, what if this guy was vaxxed? What do you think? In sports, FC Cincinnati got a win Saturday in a home opener. They beat Houston Dynamo 2-1. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.
Hello Bulldog Nation, the latest headlines. There are fears that more than 100 people, including children, have died after their boat sank in rough seas off the coast of Italy. People from Afghanistan, Somalia, Syria, Iraq and Iran were on board. Bodies were recovered from Calabria Beach. Huge rallies are being held in several Mexican cities against what prosecutors say are government attempts to undermine the electoral authorities. 500,000 people marched in Mexico City over the weekend. Israeli settlers attacked Palestinian villages in northern occupied West Bank. More than 100 people were injured in the overnight violence. Dozens of cars and houses were burnt. A football match in Istanbul between 2 Turkish teams saw thousands of teddy bears thrown onto the pitch by fans. The soft toys will be given to children who survived the earthquakes. What a nice gesture from the fans. And in sports, Manchester United beat Newcastle United 2-0 in the EFL Cup final in England, and Celtic beat Rangers 2-1 in the Scottish Cup final. Until tomorrow, have a fantastic day and thank you for watching as always. Cheers.